Good afternoon, and welcome to Sunday's week 3 class in bringing a return back to our truest self. Today's practice is going to continue on that focus of return during a time when our body feels like it has a lot to do, at least in my world. And the start of school is a really busy time. I spent a long time doing lesson plans today, and I'm sure that most of my colleagues also spent some time. I talked to some of them on email, so we feel that push to move forward, and yet maybe physically we're not. So today's practice is addressing some of the challenges. As I set off into my work week, I was going to cultivate patience, and indeed I had an opportunity to work on that. I met with an opportunity to address what makes me feel not confident. So this was the practice to examine confidence, and in that became a practice for releasing fears that I did not know in dealing with anger. And I think this is a perfect practice for today, since at least in my world, we have a lot of division. It's come to the point of vaccinations and masks and not making anything political. There's anger on all sides, and receiving that anger and being the object of that anger made me develop this practice over a week. So I hope that you get something out of it. I took some notes on this practice, and I'm still continuing to practice that nonviolent communication with myself, not attaching to or critiquing why I feel the way I do, but accepting that that is a feeling. And in this way, taking it from being an angry person or being a reactive person into feeling that. And that's based on many discussions with my maestro and just in general doing this practice. So today we'll be doing a gentle practice with movement, practicing tuning into how we react to the world outside of us, how we feel our emotions, and how that is expressed through our body. So I bring that curiosity into this practice, where I am looking for a return to my truest self, where I can trust my intuitions and be confident in the way that I feel, so that my reaction won't be one of anger, but of love and compassion. Starting our practice by bringing our hands together, enjoying the sights and sounds of Charlotte Park today with the air conditioned because it's so hot, the flight patterns, and the beautiful music. Bringing the hands to the heart center, let's stack our vertebrae, one on top of each other, press gently into the sternum, become aware of your heart space. Let that lift and open up with your breath, in and out through the nose, equal breaths. To bring curiosity, exploration, and play into your practice today. And then bring your hands to your third eye. Lift into that third eye. Breathe into that space, holding that intention. And then lift that intention up to the sky. Take another breath in. And exhale, releasing out. Finding your fingertips on the ground, and then feeling the ground underneath you, settling in. Bring the hands onto the knees, keep the eyes open or closed, and we're going to begin slow rotations around, keeping the breath even. You can inhale forward, exhale back. You can also set your own pace or approach to this posture. Keeping the breath even though. of your circle. And then looking for opportunities to expand your heart space in that circle, opening up the heart a little bit more, sinking back into the deeper recesses, maybe on the exhale, or seeing where it needs to be shored in a little bit, made smaller, just exploring that perimeter. And then opening the heart center, bringing your attention to the third eye, tuck the chin slightly, lift the chest up towards the chin, drop the shoulders down, draw the lower belly in, lift the arms overhead, inhale, come to a straightened position as you exhale, circle behind you, fingertips are going to point away, inhale, open the heart towards the sky, exhale, roll down gently, stretch out in front of you, give yourself any movement that feels good here, maybe side to side. Try to let the head release. If you can, find your way to your fingertips and bring a little lightness. You may have to walk it up. So just bring a little lightness to the posture. How deep you go is up to you, but it should not be hard on the fingertips. And just kind of snake side to side in this movement. You may be higher than me, maybe feeling where your earth is. So I'm going to try to find my earth in my tailbone and my perineum, and bring some ease to my neck and my shoulder area by coming up on my fingertips and not using too much strength. Giving a little warmth to the hands and the fingers. And then coming center, go ahead and walk up. And then let the hands rest on the thighs. We're going to be here for a moment, breathing. Close your eyes. On the inhale, draw breath in through the tip of the nose and focus on the breath sinking into that heart space. And the heart space either expanding or staying where it feels safe to stay when you were circling. And if you don't know what that is, just try to bring your attention to the heart space on the inhale. On the exhale, picture the breath going out through the throat and down, out through the nose. When it comes out through the nose, it kind of hits about across from the chest. If you can picture it there, so that when you inhale, it goes back in through. And it's almost like a cycle that you're recycling. If you can picture that in your mind. Trying to bring that attention to the thought as you breathe, and if other thoughts come in, you return to that original object, which is just to breathe in and out, picturing the breath, inhaling into your heart center and exhaling back out. Relaxing the tongue. Feeling the gentle rise as you inhale, and the gentle release as you exhale. Being aware of the shoulders, releasing them. Moving your focus through any noises and sounds that you hear, allowing them in your periphery with no attachment. reversing the direction as the chin goes down. Keeping the breath flowing and focusing on the ease and the return of softness to the circle, the breath. And when you come all the way around, rest the chin down to the chest. We're going to take one hand to push the head back up and bring our eyes open. We're going to come onto the hands and knees. So again, you should feel a little bit calmer. You may feel a little calmer, I'm sorry. I feel a little calmer from that. Just bringing myself into my body, and that awareness really helps me bring myself into balance. And so now we're going to see how that is going to play out in our spine. So we'll do some gentle cat-cows as we've been doing. Finding our earth, pressing the hands down into the earth, pressing the shins into the earth. If you can, some people curl the toes back, so note where the feet are. Take a moment to point the toes and try that position, pushing the shins into the earth, hands into the floor, finding that earth and finding your challenge there. Feel as if the hips are spreading wide so that you can get that length and flatness in your back by stabilizing the lower belly. And then curl the toes back and feel the difference here. Same thing, lengthening out. Oftentimes we choose a position that's an easier position. So today I'd like you to explore if you have a position that you don't always choose. Try the other version. I used to do it with my legs curled back, and I've been doing it with my toes pointed, trying to get my top of my foot on the floor, being aware of what that feels like. So in building confidence and releasing fears, we have to open up the front line of the body, which is our defense mechanism. If you think about, we protect our vital organs by hollowing out or coming into fetal position. So this is going to be opening up the front line of your body. So sometimes this triggers pain that you didn't know, old injuries, accumulation of scar tissue if you've been injured there before. So we're going to be stretching our quads really greatly, and so you want to listen to your body on this. And I like to accommodate my lower back by opening my feet fairly wide for this. I'm going to draw my lower belly in, so it's almost like I'm trying to lift my lower belly off the ground to hold me in this position really fully so I don't injure anything. And then I'm going to reach back for one leg. I'm going to reach for the ankle because I want to be able to flex my foot, but you could also use a tie or a strap here. And then I'm not trying to get my thigh off the ground here. I'm trying to bring evenness to my hips and push into this stretch, using the strength of my arms to pull the leg and push the foot away. So I'm using a little strength here, not to my fullest range, just to create some energy and some heat here. You might sweat. Then I'm going to return my head down to my hand, and I'm going to practice 3 deep breaths. Not trying to lift my thigh off the ground, just trying to get a good stretch, drawing evenness, relaxing my shoulders down as I inhale and exhale. Long, deep, even breaths. And then on the third breath, I'm going to release out. And I'm going to shimmy my hips side to side again. Returning back to the same position, I'm going to reverse the legs. I'm going to do the other leg. And one advantage to working out outside is the heat. The heat really, I can notice how warm I am. So if you're in an air-conditioned place, you won't be as warm. So you really want to limit your range of motion if you're not prepared for posture that you need a lot of warmth for. So we're going to do the same thing with the other leg. You might make some adjustments. Reach back, grab the ankle, flex the foot and push the foot and the leg into the hand and pull with the hand. Return your head and try to breathe evenly with awareness, symmetry. And after the third breath, release it out again, shimmying the feet side to side, or rear side to side, the hips. And then once again, returning back to child's pose with the knees together, getting back, hollowing out the belly and tucking it. Feeling the earth here. Bring ease to where you are resting. Bring your hands under the shoulders, coming back up to sitting. As you come up to sitting, remain here for just a moment. We have one more stretch, one more posture before we will say goodbye. Let's kind of assess where we are. Going back to that original breath. Breathing in, drinking it in, feeling the heart center expand into that inhale. And following as we exhale, resetting our heart space again to take the next breath in and expand, perhaps maybe going deeper into the hips now that they're open, into the belly. And then blink the eyes open. We're going to stretch the legs out in front of you. So stretching the legs out in front, and we'll be taking a forward position, and we'll be here for some time after we finish the initial movement. And this will be our final posture before we say goodbye. But we want to have some props of comfort nearby, since we'll be here for some breaths if you wanted to prop up. We're going to be lifting up from here, inhaling, picturing the breath pouring into our body, exhaling down, following that breath as we fold, inhaling back up. So we'll be doing this for about a minute, and then we'll settle into a folded forward fold, and we'll be here for, this will be our Shavasana here. And what's important to know is you might want to prop up. So you'll feel like you can go real deep, but I want you to use, you will be holding it for a bit. So it's not looking for the deepest. We want to prop up and use that energy that we create, that heat that we build, to really do the work of getting inside with our breath. And that will really help us. That's how we release fear. So we have to know where it is. So we're going to go deep in there with the breath and remain there. So to begin, you're going to have the feet out in front of you. I have my knees bent. I'm digging my heels in. I can really feel my earth underneath, and I'm going to keep that focus so the breath will not be fast for me. Take a deep breath in, lift up, close the eyes. Focus on the third eye. Exhale, fold down. Grabbing the toes if you can. Inhaling back up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Perhaps your hands come to your thighs and hold you up. Whatever you need to assist you, keeping the breath flowing so you can go inside and picture the breath pouring in as you inhale and exhale. Inhaling, feeling the air and the fingertips and crown reach towards the sky. Exhaling, feeling your feet with your hands, the ends of your body. Limitations. Feeling the ground that you're lifting off of on the inhale. And the air you're melting down into on the exhale. With ease. Tracing the line of the breath as it flows through you, giving you energy and release. Letting what happens around you go, and being in your truest state of breath and aliveness and physicality with all its challenges, its limitations and constraints, and yet still being with the inhale and the exhale that we all up here. You don't have to grab the toes, you can release. Prop the head if you want with a block or a pillow. Give yourself support on the ground if you want, and then relax the feet. Take long, deep breaths in here. Feel the heaviness of the earth. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bring your awareness into the room and your hands. Make contact with the earth. Feel its gravity and also your ability to push against that gravity. And as you rise, you're going to push against the earth, keeping the head down. Rolling up gently. Bringing the legs in and coming into a seated position to end class. Take your time to travel here. I would not, in general, say that every opportunity, every event that happens in your life or occurrence is an opportunity to learn from. But I will say that investigating your relationship with those opportunities that you wish didn't come really helps you when the body is still and quiet. And in this way, we begin to learn how to heal ourselves, love ourselves, and share that with the world. Thank you for joining us today. We'll end with 3 breaths together, bringing the hands together, rubbing them gently. Bringing them to the center of our chest, pressing gently on the sternum, finding that equalness, that strength, and also that ease. The steadiness of a heart, and the consistency of a hungry cat. Let's take a breath here, inhale, and exhale. remembering our intention with our practice and bringing that to our third eye. Let's inhale. And exhale. And then an expression of that intent. Let's bring it over our heads, stretching up, letting that sound fill our body and our hearts with the breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, spread that sound around you, surround your aura and let it sink into the earth, finding the earth underneath your fingertips. And for each and all of you, I wish you many blessings and Sat Nam. Namaste. Have a great week. Stay cool.